Good evening, everyone, and how are you all doing? Welcome to Gray Man Prepping and another episode of Tactical Tuesday, where we're talking tactics, gear, more basically gear. And tonight's topic is Inspector Gadgets. And how's everybody doing there? Yes, I am not in Idaho. I am in California. And so we get over to the comments here, and I'll start making sure I check everybody in because I only have the laptop here. I don't have two computers, so I can have the YouTube up on the one over here. I just have StreamYard, and I can't bring it up on the other thing. It's a pain, and it really slows everything down. All right, so first one in here today was Shady Hill Homestead, then CR Creative Redundancy. Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man, Diana 2, and Chef Tech, and he's going. Chef Tech is going high tech with his underwear phone. You put it in there. I'm going to poke you for it. And he has his Gadget bra slingshot. And see, Tammy's here, Rebel Canners. Aidenir's here from across the pond. Gene Scene's here. Shenanigans is here. Kaylin Strain is here. Everybody's talking good. Garden Girl 84 is here from Texas. And okay, I'm caught up on it. So appreciate everybody's hitting thumbs up. And if you're lurking, please just say lurking. That's all you got to type in lurking. That way the analytics, gives your watch time, full watch time. And let me drop one thing in here real quick here. And that there. And I don't think, okay, so I can go ahead and take the Inspector Gadget down since I don't need him up in there anymore. And throw that out there. Okay, all righty. So I'm going to be trying some stuff here, but I got a bunch of stuff here, ideas of gadgets and stuff to share with you and why you should be using them. Of course, the number one is my everyday carry, pocket knife. But it's not just a pocket knife. It's more like a locking box cutter that has a quick change blade on it. I mean, that's how fast I can change the blade on it. I love this one. This is from Harbor Freight. And no, I do not have an affiliation with Harbor Freight. It also locks at an angle for when you're doing carpet and stuff. Mother Earth Garden Club is here. Welcome. So I'm going to put that one back in my pocket so I don't forget about it. Now, I wasn't paying attention when I came because I didn't bring my the multi-tool I usually keep on the desk there right next to my computer. And so I got a Gerber. I can't remember the number on it, but it has the needle nose pliers on it, which is another cool gadget to have. You can do a lot of things with it. It has several knives. It has a little saw on it. It has a file on it. Has a 4 inches of measuring on there. But yeah, the probably the multi-tool is probably the most thing to a gadget around. Alrighty, let's see. So, but I got a couple trays of other types of gadgets you should have if you're a prepper, homesteader, survivalist, thinking outside the box person. Oh, here's Mark.
That's my go-go gadget bazooka.
No, that's the go-go gadget aerial enema machine.
Yeah. That's it.
For the helicopters.
I tried answering the underwear phone before, but the conversation was crappy.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so a couple of things I want to talk about specifically. One is this screwdriver here. I have 3 of these, and these are all of them are Stanley. And I can see if you can get that tip. That is a real small tip. And I have some of these because there's a lot of times where you have little tall screws way down inside of something. You got to reach down in there, loosen something up so you can take something off. This also works really good for bathroom and closet doors. They have the locking. Someone tries to lock themselves inside, or worse yet, one of the kids locks the door when they open it up and closes the door behind them and lock the door with nobody in there to unlock it. This is a lifesaver. Another little gadget I've used. I have several of them. I've worn most of them out. This little thing here. It's a scraper tool for removing all sorts of fun stuff. You can use it for removing wallpaper. I use it mainly for when I'm doing joint compound work, and I slap it on real heavy so as it shrinks down in, fills in, and then I just scrape along and get it nice and smooth. Like over the, also where I dab a bunch on over the, all the screw holes from where I screw the sheetrock in place. And so it has, you unscrew it, flip the blade around, use it again, replace the blade. I've been using these things steadily here for almost 30 years, maybe longer, yeah. So this here, here's Lewis coming in.
Hey.
All right, now people should be able to guess what the background is here, down here, especially this thing here. But we got this. I got this tool here. Of course, always a good gadget to have around there. This is what we call a primitive peat tool. A spackle knife, whatever you want to call it, putty knife. But it also works for wedging in stuff and starting something under, where you can put the next tool in after you lift something up a little bit to get in there. And it also works great for removing molding. Like I said, it's a handy gadget to have for all sorts of things you need around the house. But besides the needle nose pliers, I have needle nose vice grips. And yes, it is a real vice grip. You can see the logo there. My dad left me probably about 8 different sizes of vice grips, including one that looks like normal vice grip, but it's got a big wide thing on it for clamping down and bending sheet metal. Let's see. Oh, and of course, everybody should have some drill bits, especially now where they got the little quick disconnects, hex-sided quick disconnects and stuff. Problem is, if you're using one of these and you have your board sitting on top of the ground or concrete or driveway or whatever, you need to have one of these masonry bit to go in there so you don't screw up your up it. And of course, the
carpenter's pencil.
Exactly. These things are absolutely fabulous, and they fit just right up under your hat and stay there really good. So your pencil's always handy.
And 5 minutes later, you'll be like, "Where's my pencil?"
It's like you stick it up on the one. You stick it up on the one side, and you're like, "Where's my pencil?" Oh, wait a minute, there it is.
My dad did that all the time.
Screw hose clamps, variable sizes. I have boxes of these, all the different sizes, from little small ones up to the 4-inch. I showed the crowbar. Here's a gadget.
That's for beating crows, right?
Yeah. So, who knows what this is? I'm going to wait and put someone comments in the side chat.
I know exactly what it is. I have 3 of them, but I won't. I'll let everybody else play with that game.
But there's
I got a couple of those too.
I want to see anybody in the side chat can say what the heck this is. It's got a nice little gripping surface on it there. Hey, Lee's here.
Lee knows what it is.
Yeah. So if you know what this is, and no, it's not a yes, dear, hit me again, dear. I've used this for a lot of things other than its intended purpose. This is truly a gadget one.
It's great for restraining people by their neck. Yeah, exactly.
Talk.
A strap to open things.
All right, yeah. And Lee put it up there. Oil wrench filter. However, we use this a lot in landscaping.
Twisting posts.
Nope.
Rolling logs.
PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Everything from 3/4 inch up, 1/2 inch. You can mostly, because sometimes when you do a dry fit, it's like, oh crap, it doesn't want to come apart till you put pressure on it. But this, you just put it on there, just put it in here. Let's get it around here, right? Feed it in there like that, and then you just cinch it down on your pipe, and you wiggle it and get the pipe loose. Really important to have for 2, 3, and 4 inch pipe. Another fun gadget. My wife just bought another one up here. Saw the tag on it.
Yeah, adjustable clamps.
Yeah, adjustable clamps.
I got the quick trigger ones.
Yeah, I got those too.
Yeah.
But these here work. This one here is a lot bigger because the trigger, when you can only squeeze so many, this one you just keep on cranking it down.
Oh yeah, until you bend it.
Well, actually, so here the boards start going crunch, crunch as the boards get sucked together the way they're supposed to be, and you put screws in it to hold it there. Let's see. This one is older than I am. This was my dad's, and my brother left it outside.
Of course he did.
Yeah, but has a knob on it.
Oil it up, lube it up, works fine.
Yep, lube it up. The edge cleaner here needs to be. Well, I just have a different edge cleaner, so I don't even bother with that. But this is a tubing cutter or pipe cutter. This one will cut copper pipe, all grades of copper pipe,
up to 4 inch or maybe 3 inch.
I think it's about. This is a rigid number 20. So if someone wants to look at it, okay, it says on the back here. Hang on. 5/8 to 2 7/8.
Yeah, like almost 1/2 inch to 3 inch.
Yeah. Here's a gadget everybody should have, even the ladies of the house. They want to do a picture, right? Put a level on, do the picture that way. Make sure the picture's hanging level.
Put it on your head. Put it on your head so you're level headed.
A second, I got to do this here real quick. So you got a level? Well, that's wrong on levels. So many levels. But permanent markers. My wife has in the cupboard, battery cupboard in here. She has some other things that she has. One of the big, huge mega packs from Costco. I mean, it's got like 40 of these in there, and we go through these a lot.
I can attest to how good those markers are. I pressure canned once through 2 cycles of 120 minutes each. Tammy might remember. I put it on the Facebook page back in the day. I pulled it out. I was like, oh, that's where it went. I pulled it out, took the cap off. It still worked.
Yeah. However, I've had 2 go through the washing machine and they don't work.
No,
the washing machine removes the cap.
Something about the pressure canner. It just didn't care.
Yeah.
It didn't blow up and stain my canner either.
All right. Here's another little. We have several of these around here. It's sort of a gadget.
Double stick tape.
Yep. And then, of course, there's the one in here. If I can get down to it here. Screwdriver for fixing the glasses. Little tiny one.
That also unlocks those doors for the bathroom doors and the doorknobs.
If it's a slot head, and I've already showed that one. And here is a unique little one. This is a square nose needle nose.
Yep.
Okay. All right. No telling what this is. Side chat. What is this? See if they get it right.
A ballpoint hammer.
Ball peen.
You're supposed to wait for the side chat to answer. Yeah, it's a ball peen hammer, which is good for metalworking and other type and tinsmithing, like that. And we got them all over the house here. And there's the other thing. Aha! I knew it was down in here. One. Another type of plier.
Yes, it did, Kaylin. I used it to mark my lids.
Yeah. All right. So this is your electrical stripping
Wire
pliers.
stripper, crimper.
Yeah, wire strippers, crimpers. This one doesn't. This one is.
It does.
It
In the
does.
heel.
Yeah, just a little bit here for crimp, but it's not like the ones I like using. This was one. This was one of my dad's old ones, where
Yeah,
you got all the different sizes for the red, the blue, the yellow, all the different slide on fittings to crimp on it.
Does yours have the different threaded holes in it? And do you know what they're for?
Yeah, you screw it. He has number 8 and number 10 machine screws, which are the screws used for screwing in light fixtures and stuff. And if you have a screw that's too long, you screw it in there to get it to the right size, and take it out. And then, and when you take it out, it rethreads the very tip of it where it just got munched when it got cut, so it works and it screws right on in there. And of course the crescent wrench.
Is that metric or standard?
Left-handed.
Left-handed metric. Ooh. You got that. That one's tough to find.
Hey, actually, in my dad's tools, I have right hand thread, and left hand thread. Literally, it is left-handed crescent wrenches. So, because left-handed people are work a little bit differently on it. He also has 2 left-handed pipe wrenches in there. That really screws everybody else up, but I love them. Oh, what other little gadgets? Cutting wheels for your die grinders for cutting stuff off. A bunch of little things here you really should have.
So you're just basically so this episode you're just basically going to your junk tool drawer and showing off.
No, I'm not going just to the junk tool drawer. I'm about to go to the Forbidden Sanctum and show some other stuff off. Oh, for all your little gadgets for your here we go. For your it goes in your screwdrivers, the extension stuff, the quick disconnects. There's also all the little ones for the for slot head or Phillips head attachments. You got the Torx ones. So having a complete set of those little gadgets for that, especially when they're doing all sorts of weird stuff with them. Oh, here's a gadget. This is not a machine gun gadget. All right.
You got me on that one.
So I'm going to see if anybody can just by looking at this can tell what it is in the side chat.
It's some kind of gripper pincher tool for maybe putting tags on cows' ears or something.
No. Give him a couple seconds. Painful. All right. So this gets used this way here. It opened up. Yes. And you find you got like on a deck. That's what we use the most, but you can use it on the wall too, where you have you need to pull a nail out. And once this goes across there, it grips down on the nail as you push in on it. And so it drives in and grabs it and pulls out the most stubborn nails.
It's a slide hammer.
Yeah, and it works pretty good too on ones where you've been trying to use a regular crowbar and the head comes off. Lewis is back, and it'll grip into the nails usually pretty good and pull a headless nail out. All right, now I'm going to try to do something here. So give me a second to get this worked around here so I can go into the inner sanctum. And I'm going to try to get this set up here. So I'm going to mute this one here. And it's going to, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
I got to turn my up here up.
So we see your water bottle, your computer screen, a bunch of cables.
Okay. I can hear you. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, going to go in here to the inner sanctum of the youngest son. Let's see if I can step back a little bit. You want gadgets? It's like I picked this drawer earlier. This has cool gadgets in it. So he's got his heat gun. He's got his electrical tester.
That's all electrical. That's all electrical test equipment in there.
Tester. A different type of electrical tester, stud finders. Wait a minute, let's see. Yeah, it works on me. It lit up. Thermal temperature. And then he's got all his electrical connectors there. He's got his heat shrink. He's got his fancy dancy, really, if I get it in front of the camera, there it is. Fancy dancy stripper. So it
I got one of those.
Uh-oh.
Klein tools, gotta love it.
Yeah. And
Not
so
cheap.
yeah, he's got that Klein tool. Then he's got the Klein tool for the
That's the crimper
for the other type
cheap.
of special crimping fittings and stuff. Yeah, he's got he's trying to get more stuff than me and my dad had combined. I mean, he's got all his nice little other little things you guys should have.
Allen keys.
3-in-1 oil.
Not 3-in-1.
Little cans of WD. He's got all sorts of stuff here. He's got a miniature drill press for his drills and stuff up there. Oh, this is the newest one he got. This is funny. A Craftsman powered air horn.
Is that really a Craftsman air horn? No kidding. That's funny. They don't have that at Lowe's. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, there it is.
That's wicked.
Yeah, he had that up at scout camp when he needed to alert everybody. Yeah, yeah, and he's got more tools down there. He's got his sandblast. Yeah, he's got air compressors. He's got a pocket crescent wrench, pocket pipe wrench there. Yeah. So let me go back in here and mute this. Maybe it'll mute, waiting for the button to take and do it here.
Yeah, it's muted.
Now I'm back. Yeah, there we go.
So how angry is he going to be that you just started opening all his drawers and showing off his stuff?
Everything goes back exactly as he had it.
Yeah, but what if he watches the video?
He doesn't watch my videos. I've tried to get him to watch the videos. I've tried to get him to come up here. He goes, no, I don't want anybody to see me.
And now you showed off his toolbox. Uh-oh.
But that's not him. But just kind of show all the different types of gadgets and little tools, the little voltage testers. One of the ones in there too is a one for making sure the GCIF ground,
Yeah.
the ground
GFCI tester.
Yeah, ground fault interrupted circuit tester. Yeah.
But nobody's toolbox is complete until you open up that one wrench drawer, and you got that one Craftsman wrench that was heated in 27 different locations to bend it into some ridiculous form shape so you can grab that one nut that you'll never ever have to get to again. I have 3 of those. And I know what each one I made it for inside a frame rail on whatever truck I was working on to replace a rivet and put a nut and a bolt in there. and I had to go out and buy another wrench and cut it into pieces and weld it and bend it and twist it and
We
got it
did.
just right. And then it got stuck in there. So one of them got cut off. It's still riding around the truck somewhere.
Yeah, we when I was working for Mountain Cascade in the shop there as the lube guy. But when I got done doing all the lube servicing, fueling all the equipment, I worked with mechanics on stuff. Yeah, every mechanic had like 20 snap-on wrenches that they had heated up, vented, and each one had a tag written on it for which Caterpillar or John Deere piece of equipment it went to.
Yep.
Because they work on so many things you ain't gonna remember, and so they had little paper tags, and they put the wire on there, twisted it, and what it was for, and so you see all this printing on it. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, D5 transmission drain plug with the claw adapter bolted to the side because there's no other way to get to it.
Or the Caterpillar 245 hydraulic lock nut for the lock nut on the hydraulic pump for the boom and stick, because it has a different hydraulic pump for that than it does for spinning the cab, and different pump for working the tracks. My dad was famous for, hey, John's Life, how's it going? Did I miss anybody else that came in here lately? Scroll back up. I was in the other room there. Shenanigans. Sumi's in here.
Shenanigans showed up. You mentioned him.
I got Shenanigans before. Shenanigans, always great to have in the house. Okay. So my dad, when he was working at Signode Corporation, which made the Pasteloid nail guns and nails and the Signode metal strapping, the engineers were stupid that would design the line for making these things. And they've designed, all right, this is going to go over here, but they don't realize, they didn't check to see what's next to it. Yeah. And so, the other mechanics there on the line would get so pissed at things. And he goes, what you need? I'll tell you what. You need to buy another wrench because I'm going to fix that one for you. And he would take it in there, and he'd go over to his bench, whip out his big rosebud acetylene torch, and start heating it up. And he start have it in the vise. Tap on it a little bit, move it over, heat it up some more. Tap on it, bend it, and angle it this way. And then once it was all done, you get it nice and hot again. Drop it in the saltwater tank he had. He said, here you guys go. Don't beat on it. You pull on it. Don't beat on it. And
your snap-on warranty is now void, but hey, go buy another one.
Yeah. But
that's why we bought Craftsman wrenches, Titan wrenches, Harbor Freight wrenches, Tractor Supply, whatever wrenches were cheap. Didn't care. We're going to heat it up. We didn't drop it in salt water. We heated it 4 or 5 times and dropped it and used motor oil. Hardened that sucker right up, but it became very fragile. You hit it with a hammer, it would explode with shrapnel.
Yeah, you don't hit it. You just pull on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Time. Oh, we're halfway through. There, other types of gadgets that I'm not talking about here. Wheat grinders. You got the little cheap. Actually, let me see if I can do it. Now I can go. Now I can need the other page here up again. So let me go over here. Wheat. Let's see if I get the up here on images. There we go. Wheat grinders. Let's see. I'm going to pick out the cheapest one here first, which is this one, which is like this one here. Yeah, clamps on, and you have a adjustment, and it's hand powered. That's a gadget, all right.
And you take that crank handle off there and make an adapter for your cordless drill and hook it to the back of your bicycle or something. And yeah, of course it won't last very long, but you know.
We're going to the next one. This one has a V-belt pulley on it, so you can hook it up to either an electric motor or a bicycle.
Just take the handle off so it doesn't smack in the teeth.
Well, no one stands near it when it's got the belt on it. You don't want to run it too fast, so yeah. And then of course there's the ones with the big motors on there, and this one has the good burrs on it. Uncle Al's always talking, do not use stone. You get the metal ones, and you want to get the German metal replacement blades if it didn't come with the German ones to begin with. And
the only time you use a stone is when it's powered by a windmill and that stone is 6 feet in diameter or better.
Or powered by an ox or a donkey, mule.
Yeah.
Or misbehaving kids that are at the Conan the Barbarian mill factory. I'm pushing. But you don't leave them on there too long, otherwise they'll get too buff for you.
Yeah.
There's
a stone grinder.
That's a stone grinder. Put it in there and you stone grind it and stuff. A good gadget to have when power's out. Oh, I forgot one. I brought it in here so I wouldn't forget. I forgot to show it. Hang on here. Going back here. This was one I had not seen before, and my son had it in there. I know exactly where to put it back at. So this is for a diesel exhaust fluid filter, but it works so good for. I mean, there's more things like if you need to put oil in a Briggs & Stratton engine, this just fits inside the oil fill, and it's sitting off to the side where you can actually fill it, dribble it in without it dribbling all over the ground. This is the coolest little filter that has multiple uses.
Funnel, not a filter. It's a funnel.
Funnel. Yeah, sorry. Hey, it began with F. What can I say?
I could say a lot of things, but I won't.
that begin with F. Friggin' fart brain. Hey, Butch, how's it going?
It's a fart funnel. That's it.
Yeah. It's a moose call.
Go gadget fart funnel. There you go.
Let's see if I can get that in there. All right, he wants me to look something up here. So let's see. KN IPEX 200 millimeter the bolt cutter. Okay, I came up on that really quick there. So
what?
Okay, so it's going to bring it up here now. So these are hand size. Here we go. Hand size bolt cutters, and it looks like it's got an angled edge on it there. And a couple of these look like they have angled edges on them. But
that's just a side cutter, but
a little bit more angled on it. You know, a little angled, and the power differential as far as where the hinge point is. Jeez. Let's see if I can bring the. Yeah, the hinge point is up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you get a
you're
lot.
You're not going to go cutting a master lock with those.
No. Okay, and now I'm going to change this up. No.
Yeah, Hattie Garden's on hurricane watch down there in the Panhandle. I saw that storm.
Yeah.
That's going to be ugly. It's almost like it's being steered right towards them.
Okay, that's 36 inch. Where's the 48s? Come on, where's the 48s? They're not showing the 48 here. Dang it. Or the 60. I got 48, and Matthew bought a 60-inch bolt cutter.
That's for some big Hardened
T9.
case hardened.
Those are for cutting the T19 master padlocks. The only other type thing you can cut with that is to get out the Victor wrench.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, heat cures everything. I have the 36-inch bolt cutters, but they also have the fence crimp inset at the very on the very inside of it. So if you're going to be putting two wire fences together with the metal sheaths, you can crimp it and you're good there. And then you cut the fence. So they're fence cutters, but I've cut bigger things. Won't say what.
So this is 24-inch. I have two of those. This looks like it's the 18-inch. My wife has one of these in her toolbox. And then I got a couple of the 36-inch ones, one of which was my dad's, and another 18-inch up in Idaho, which was my brother's that he lent me and he bought another one. He forgot he lent it to me. He forgot who he lent it to. And he goes, I had to go buy another. Why didn't you lent it to me? I'm saying, you dropped it off the house 2 weeks ago. And he went out and bought another one on the company tab. But all right, bolt cutters and the other little tool. Okay, I got to figure out exactly what it's called. Electric.
What is it? What does it do?
See that it just brings it up on here. No, doesn't bring up the one I want. These are other type of okay.
What are you looking for? Tubing cutter?
No, not a tubing cutter. See if this brings it up here. They don't have it in here. It's coming up with the wrong name. I can't remember exactly what the correct name on it is. Basically, it's a block. Let me bring down here. So it's a steel block. You put your big fat electrical cables on it, your number 4, number 2, double lot, triple lot through there. You lower the thing down on it, take a 4-pound sledgehammer, and bam, and it cuts right through it.
Okay.
That works on, and I think I've used it on everything from number 10 cable up to triple aught power cables.
I don't think that's something most of us are going to need anytime soon, but
I've used it a lot. My brother had them. He used it a lot, because they're always doing different things. Putting it in a barn, got to run cable out there. You run it through, and you get it up in there, and you want to make sure it fits just right. And so you measure to where it is. You bend it over. You have something right there. Because the other one, sometimes you just don't have this. They're so bulky trying to do it. This one, you can put it on there, put it on a block, and just hammer it while you're holding it.
Oh, so it's like a hammer crimp tool, hammer crimper, hammer
that's
cutter.
That's the other thing that goes along with it. And we got the electrical crimpers here and stuff. So
that's for like PEX tubing and stuff.
Yeah, but also you also have the crimpers for crimping the electrical conduit on it. All right, here we go. Here's closest to it. Here's the hammer down small crimper. There's what it looks like there. But the bigger monster one is for the I have one of these. My wife has one of these. But there's a bigger. Why we use it?
Why? I mean, it's great for if you're putting cable stays on telephone poles, maybe.
Battery cables on the car, on the tractor, lawnmower. Yeah, this is for the small ones. This is for the number 12, 10, 8, and 6 gauge wire. And so you just put it in there and then just hammer down on it and crimp it. There you go. Put it in there. Boom. Done. Solder free. Of course, all you do is we crimp it first, and then we go and heat up the bottom and have the solder up near the top, and just let the solder flow in afterwards. Yes, solder it anyways.
Make
all
sure,
those little.
Sure you throw all the flux in there, so when you crimp it, it's already got the flux in. So when you heat it, that solder just sucks right in.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing battery, redoing the battery connections for your car or tractor or whatever, and you run the solder and you let the solder start running back up underneath the plastic, and you slide down your piece of
shrink wrap,
heat shrink, and just seal it up so the vapors from the battery don't corrode it.
So they came out with the next generation shrink tube for the forgetful ones, and you know what I'm talking about. When you put the eyelet on there, it's like crap. I forgot to put the shrink tube on there. It's actually bigger. It slides over everything and shrinks up. I think it's a 40% or 50% shrink instead of the old 20, 30%. Yeah. So you can literally forget about it, slide it over, put it on there, it still shrinks down.
Well, I got the other stuff for that. Hang on, let me see if I can get this up and show you.
The dip stuff?
No, I got that too.
Heat shrink tape?
Yep. The tape. The heat shrink tape. Mm-hmm. And, that's what, we were always, all the mechanics were using the heat shrink tape rather than the tube stuff. Because sometimes you just need to get in there and just put some tape on it and to keep the moisture off of it. And you don't want to disassemble something that someone else already, someone had done a repair, they didn't do it quite right. You want to get in there and do that. Well, Glenn, I hope it heads a different direction than directly over you. Thing is, we have so many friends around there from YouTube down there in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, and stuff. It's like it's heading up that way. It's going to hit someone unless it just peters and dies before it hits the coast. I would like to see that happen just once.
Yeah, Caitlin, I watch the same channel. I've seen her use that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And they do also have a rubberized.
It's like a dip.
A dip, but it's like instead of having a ball thing, it has like a regular solder brush on it, and you pick it up and you just paint the.
It's like a little tube of touch-up paint.
Yeah, but it's the rubber, and it's like the rubber dip in the thing. You just paint it around where you need it to fix it. It also works great for fixing cuts in electrical cord too. Yeah, you kind of spread it open a little bit, and you put it inside, and you seal up the outside, and you're good.
Yep. And cracks in that 8-gauge cable that's been subjected to so much heat for 25 years, you move it and it just shatters.
Yeah.
Yep, paint it over.
And that paint stuff also works good on for the wooden postal handles that are 25 years old.
Splinter in your hands, yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, we're going to sand it a little bit. Now we're just going to paint it with the rubber dip.
You know what I want to know, and I've been asking this question around. Why don't they, rhino lining or what, the whatever stuff they use in your bed liner spray? Why can't they use that on your roof? You won't have to replace your roof ever. Is it like too flammable?
There is a reason why. The reason has to do with the National Association of Roofers.
Oh, yeah, we're taking their money out of their pocket,
and they're lobbying the electrical code is for electricity. The building code for the roofing code and stuff, not to allow it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it works.
Yeah,
a friend of mine worked for not Rhino, but the other company, Linex, and he had the mobile. He would go and do stuff mobilely, and he got a wicked deal on like 4 55-gallon drums and that stuff. he sprayed his in-ground concrete pool and smoothed it and didn't leave it gritty. He just smoothed it out a little bit. Never have to replace it until the concrete breaks. But even if the concrete cracks, it stretches.
Yeah. Well, they actually
Like,
got Rhino Liner. They got Rhino Liner to come out. Forget what show it was, and they built several cinder block, small one-room houses. Put roofs on it and stuff. And they had the one they left didn't do anything to the concrete. The next one they poured cement down inside the tubes of the concrete cinder blocks.
Right.
The next one they left it no concrete in it, sprayed it with Rhino Liner. Next one had the cement down in the hollow tubes and sprayed the outside of it.
Right.
The last one that was no concrete in it, and they sprayed the outside and the inside. And then they set off IEDs out in front of it.
I remember that. That was an old show, YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. The first one down. The next one with the concrete in it, it partially damaged and broke it, and some pieces fell through. The Rhino lining on just on the cinder blocks, but it stayed up. It just bent in, but it stayed up. On concrete, it just hardly moved at all because it just held it. And the one with it on both sides with no concrete in it, the outer one crushed against the inner one. It bent in and crushed, but the inner one didn't move.
Isn't that what they used on the Pentagon outer shell after 9/11?
I don't know.
It was something like that. I remember seeing some special on that where they had some kind of ballistic type rubberized coating. I'm looking at them going, yeah, that's Rhino lining.
Yeah, so you got different ones on here. This is roll-on track. This isn't Rhino lining per se, but these are there's the Rust-Oleum version, the Herculiner.
Yeah, Herculiner, that's another one.
Yeah, that.
When we do the foundation on our house, that's what I want. I don't want just tar on there. No, I want some good stuff on the outside of the foundation. Keep the water out permanently.
Yeah, permanently. But yeah, it's that's one of those things you can it's good. You can buy this stuff, put it on all your wooden handled hoes and shovels and post hole diggers and like campers, and everything else.
Plastidip, that's it. It was that.
I bet you any money.
You dip your wrench in there and you pull it out and let it harden, and you got a rubberized coating on your wrench or screw, whatever you dipped in there.
I bet you if you used any of that Rhino lining, like 2 or 3 heavy coats on the foundation, no water's getting through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then the union that spray tar crap on there is going to sue you if they find out.
Where's this? Why isn't it showing here? I want this to. Let's switch to the shopping. Let me take it off shopping. I got to go to this other one here. Control C. There we
Flex
go.
Seal on steroids. That's all Flex Seal is.
Yeah. There we go. I actually have
rubber. Yeah.
I actually have a couple cans of that, and I got a couple cans of that. So yeah, but yeah, this stuff here. When you use the can, you got to make sure you seal that good. I found works best for sealing is putting a little Crisco up there to make sure it stays airtight, so nothing comes out of it. But yeah, that's another. These are other little gadget things to have to help around it. And that's the other thing. This little, you can get these little handy dandy aerosol spray can holders. SPR.
Yeah, spray can trigger.
It's probably not going to come out right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All
there you
the different types you can get for different ones. A lot of the newer ones have a different type top on them, and I don't see any of the old school ones for the old school spray cans. There we go. There it is. That way, you just put your can on there, and it goes up there on top of your finger, the old-fashioned spray can. All right, Lee's going over to his live stream. If somebody could pull up the link for his live stream and throw it in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Because I only have one computer here, and it's not going to want to let me do it. And it's not the high-powered computer; it's the laptop.
I'm working.
All right. All right. So coming up here, Thursday is the Midnight Ride. It's starting at earlier this Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, midnight London time. So that's the Midnight Ride's going to be a little bit earlier that day. Because hopefully things are going to work out. I'm going to be busy later that night being able to talk to the wife. She's still down. I have not seen her yet. She's still down in Fremont with her mother. And supposedly they were supposed to get a person to help out down there. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law said, "Oh, I don't need someone down here all day." And my wife just about, "Yes, you do. You need someone down here for 8 hours or longer." "Oh, but you're here." And she goes, "I got to go to work," and yeah. So anyways, so she's still down there because for traffic time for her to get from there up to here is about an hour to get back down there. And if the person's there for 4 hours, it only gets her 2 hours up here. She really can't even go into work. Well, if she does, she goes into work for a little bit. All right, I got to get back down there. All right, so coming up here, so the Midnight Ride is on Thursday, Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound. We're going to talk about the books for your garden library, all the books on all the different sorts of stuff that you need for a garden for your garden, so you can have a library for that. Survival Saturday here on Gray Man Prepping is dealing with youth in a difficult situation, and we're not necessarily talking about controlling them.
We never did that one. You had to skip that one because of something.
There was a problem. There's two that I've had to skip. The one I've had to skip twice, and that's coming up in the end of October.
Okay.
But yeah, that one was what we were going to try to do, and things happened, and yeah. Anyways, and then Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound for the Monday night fireside chat, we're going to talk about food handling sanitation. And then next Tuesday here for Tactical Tuesday, get out your foil hats and your pickaxe handles. Zombie apocalypse or idiot apocalypse, and we're going to talk about both. And which one's worse and which one's better for you?
Are we going to discuss the drug-induced zombie apocalypse?
We're going to talk about any zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
Including the politician zombie apocalypse. Like I said, we're going to figure out which one's worse for you. All righty. So, any last things to talk about?
Good for you, shenanigans. I got to take it every 4 years with my company. And I technically don't need it, but I take it anyway. And I usually get a 92 or better. And yeah, that's the ServSafe certification, which is, yeah, we'll talk about that Monday.
Yeah. when I was quartermaster for the NYLT, they made us take it, and I took it. I passed it. I know I was going to pass it. I set aside. Don't do that one. That one came in first. I got to do another one. I did a comical answer one.
Yeah, don't do that.
The person reading, I said, now here's this one here. Read it with a grain of salt. The person fell on the floor laughing.
That had to be years ago. That was the old food
That was
handlers.
that was 2007.
Yeah, I don't think they did. So they weren't at the Serve Safe then, or maybe they were.
The scouts had stuff you had to take for their thing.
Yeah.
So they were just busted up laughing. He goes, "Can I keep this just to put on my wall?" Yeah, it was like, yeah. How do you take care of this? That would be the I forget the name of it now. The military flamethrower from World War II.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It was just like absolutely hilarious. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up now. Lee should be starting up here in about 5 to 6 minutes. And so if you scroll back up there a couple minutes, you'll see that Chef Tech put in the link to Cold War Preppers live stream tonight. And yeah, remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month, like how to use some of these funky tools and gadgets and stuff so to make your life simpler. Yeah, learn how to use this one.
Yeah, well.
And work on getting your fall garden ready, and plan on doing an indoor garden in 2025. We're going to have an indoor garden challenge going on, so you can start your indoor garden now.
Oh,
all right, everyone, take care, and hopefully
have a good night.
see you over on Lee's.
See ya.